Hello friends, let us discuss about the NOC for MDM which is carried out in the school and which is the in charge of the MDM and the headmaster for their final pension during their retirement. So now this letter has come. It is very important for all the HMs and those who are as in charge of MDM working in the schools in not only in Odisha state but also all over India, because this is Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan and MDM is a national program and it is a flagship program. In every district, in every school, the MDM is going on. So from this month, it has been noticed, it has been ordered to every teacher, every headmaster who is working as headmaster in the school and the in charge who is conducting the MDM in every type of schools, whether it is a welfare school or the government schools, they have to submit UC. How many years they have worked in their services, they have to deposit the usage of every year, details of every year, the funds they have received and the expenditure what they have done on the MDM program. They have to get a NOC from the project management office of the district or district project management unit, MDM unit cell of every respective district, so that after getting the NOC, then only they will be eligible to get their pension. Either it may be old pension scheme or new pension scheme. So this is very much important. Every teacher, every in charge of the MDM and every in charge headmaster, every in charge headmaster as well as the headmaster should understand this, because they have been instructed that from the year 2011 to 12, it means it is already gone 12 years. So from 12 years you have to collect all the details of MDM, what you have got the funds from the DPC or district project office, and how much you have spent on that MDM program. You have to submit every details before your retirement, so that you can get a NOC from the office and you will be eligible to get your pension. So if you have not till today you have not subscribed our channel Teachers Odia, then definitely you subscribe this Teachers Odia channel, and every details of office related work of teachers you can get the videos in our playlist Teachers Office related work. And if you are having any problem also, you can mention in the message box, so that we will produce or we will give that type of videos with your answers. Okay, now let us discuss how it is that what is the NOC and how you will prepare and how you will have to submit and how you have to get the NOC from the concerned office. Okay, so you see my dear friends, this is district education office Puri, a district of Odisha state government. So here this letter is nothing but nearly this month April 4th, and it is a letter you see to all the block education officers, all the headmasters of secondary schools, all the headmasters of welfare schools, all the principals OBs of Puri district. So letter has been issued from the DEO to all block education officers. It means BO means every type of school, primary, upper primary and even high school also, and secondary school headmasters and welfare schools like Kasturba Gandhi, Balika Vidyalaya or any other schools in other states also, and all the principals OB, Odisha Adarsh Vidyalaya. Here it is one of the best school now. It has been made in Odisha in every district, every block. So all the schools where the MDM is being carried out, they have to submit the details you see every year, so that at the time of their retirement, so that they can get the NOC from the concerned office for their retirement benefits. So subject issue NOC in respect of MDM midday meal program. What does it mean, Madam Sir? As you know that as per the previous practice, the officers, headmasters, teachers in charge of Samagra Shiksha activities are producing NOC in respect of SS to avail retirement benefits. My dear friends, you have known that earlier when you are going to retire, you had to submit every details or every usage of every expenditure, so just like construction, repair and maintenance and SIG grant, composite grant, whatever you had received during your tenure as headmaster, in charge headmaster, you had to submit that details to the office and you had to get the NOC for those uses. After getting the NOC, you could get the that is your retirement or pension. But now it has been added that you have to also submit all the details, all the usage of every year, the total amount, what you have, total funds what you have received from the government for the MDM project or from the MDM program, and how much you have spent, and then you have to receive a NOC from the concerned office. So that's why they are telling it was in the practice that for all other expenditures, all other funds, you are submitting the UC. But what they have written, but it has come to my notice that some of them are availing all retirement benefits without complying the MDM funds, food grains, and other assets related with the scheme, resulting in harassment in their post-retirement period. What is happening? The DO office or the concerned office are facing problem when a teacher got retired. If he has not submitted all the usage of MDM funds, what he had or she had received during his tenure, then it is a big problem. It becomes a very big problem for the concerned offices. So that's why therefore the headmaster teachers who are in charge of MDM should be advised to obtain a separate NOC from DPC or District Project Management Unit midday meal Puri prior to the retirement for availing retirement benefits. It is clearly mentioned that this is not from the only DO Puri, from every DO of every district of the country there is a letter. So every school headmaster and the MDM in charge has to get a NOC for the MDM separately, so that he or she can get the pension after the retirement. A NOC format in respect of midday meal program is enclosed herewith for necessary follow action at your end. So the office has prepared a NOC format. Now I am going to discuss. Clearly you just watch the video from beginning to end very sincerely or very thoroughly, so that you can understand how to prepare this NOC format, UC format, or the that is format to deposit to get the NOC, so that you will not face any problem. You see, this is the format. Now I am enlarging this format so that you can get it easily. The heading is status of receipt of funds, utilization of funds, and submission of usage from 2011-12 to till retirement. This is, you see how serious it is, because from 2011 to 12 means it is already 12 years gone. If headmaster has worked in a school for 6 years and another 6 years in another school, then he or she has to collect all the details usage from both the schools. He or she will face problem, because who will be their headmaster, and how those documents where and how it will be secured there and kept there, so that you have to search it, otherwise you can't get the pension, because you can't get the NOC itself without submitting all those usage. So it is already 12 years gone. That is very difficult for a teacher, for a headmaster to collect all those things. Then you have to first name of the school, you have to write name of the cluster, name of the block, name of the HM in charge, and name of the CRCC. You have to write all these things. Then status of receipts of funds and food grains. First, status of receipt of funds and food grains. Two things are there. One is funds and another is food grains, because in MDM all the schools are getting rice as grains, food grains, and maybe wheat in other states, but all are getting some funds for maintaining the MDM. So what are those funds? It has been mentioned in the name of the grants. First column, it bears the year. First you have to remember that is beginning year is 2011-12 at this row. Then cooking cost, how much cooking cost you have received in that year. For primary section you have to write your amount. For upper primary section you have to write the amount, and total how much it became. Then multi-tap, multi-cap, this is a project work. Some schools are getting every year the multi-cap, multi-tap arrangement, so that the students can wash their hands after the lunch or after the midday meal. So some amount may come every year. Every school does not get it, but some schools get it. So you have to, if your school has got in that year, you have to write the amount. Then kitchen garden, for kitchen garden how much amount you have received in that year, you have to mention by noticing that how much amount of you have received in your bank. Then LPG, how much amount you have received for the LPG connection. Then kitchen device means how utensils you, how many utensils you have purchased for the cooking, you have to also mention, because that is a separate grant, separate funds government spends or government provides to not every year to every school, but sometimes they provide as a fund. Stationaries and hand wash, what hand washes and how much you have purchased in that year, just like hand wash and soaps, so you have to mention here. Metal storage bin, it is also sometimes this project is coming to every school, they are providing money to purchase a storage bin so that you can store the rice or food grains very perfectly safely. Then quantity of rice, how much you received, primary section, upper primary section, total how much you have received, you have to write it. And how much empty gunny bags do you have, how many empty gunny bags do you have, you have to also mention. Then remark, you may write something. This process will go on every year. So how many years you have served? Suppose you are going to retire on 30th 2030, so from 11 to 30 that is 19 years, so you have to make your 19 rows and every year you have to put all the details. So it is difficult work for you. If you are working in a particular school for 19 years, then it may be easy. If you have transferred from one school to another school, then it is a difficult task, because you have to go again to that school to collect all the informations, so that you can deposit at the DPC, that is District Project Management Unit cell, MDM unit, to receive your NOC. So I will suggest you that if you are headmaster, in charge headmasters, then it is better every year you just make the UC and make this statement, and you keep one Xerox copy with you in your personal file, home file or service file, so that at the time of retirement you just take it and you go to in which school, how many schools you have transferred, and that will not bother you, and you can go to the you can directly go to the District Project Management Office and you can get your NOC. So here how many years you have worked, you have to give all details of every years. Then next heading is status of funds and food grains utilized and UC submitted. This is important, because suppose from 2011 to 12 to till today you have not submitted any UC with respect to this MDM program. No problem, but today from 2023 to you have to submit UC every year, and you have to get all the informations, and you have to keep as record all the information, so that you can write it easily at the time of submitting or to get the NOC. Okay, so you will see just like here, if you have started 2011 to 12, so here also you have to start from 2011 to 12. Cooking cost, how much you have spent, you have to write the same thing, because how much you had received, you already have spent it. So UPS, that is cooking cost, and total how much you spent, you have to write all those things. Multi-cap, how much you had received and how much you have spent, everything. I think you have to write all the same, otherwise you will show that you are having some pending amounts and you have to deposit to the higher authority or DO. Then LPG, everything, just like how much you have spent and what is whether UC you do have deposited something. If you have deposited UC in any other state of city, also earlier practice, then no problem. So all the UCs they will have, and they can write it here. So it is the conclusion that how many years you will have written here the details of receiving funds. So many years you have to give the usage of that, and how much balance do you have in the bank, and you have to submit to the District Project Management cell for to get the NOC. So who will verify? And another thing, that you have to total it, make it total in every funds. You have also put this total amount in this row in every column. Okay, so here you see who will sign, signature of the applicant. Suppose you are going to retire next year, so you have to apply after getting all those information, all the usage, and signature, you have to put your signature. Then it will be verified and found correct, present HM, concerned of school. If someone is MDM in charge, so you will the applicant. If HM is himself the MDM in charge, then he has to sign here and here also. Here he seal signature and only signature here. Then verified and found correct data entry operator, because data entry operator knows how much fund you have received from the higher officer Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan office. That will be recorded in his computer, so he will match it what you have written with this. There is any mistake or is disbalance, so he will verify it and he will or she will sign it. Then verified and found correct by ABO. So additional blockation officer will make it signature and verify it. Then blockation officer final signature. Then only you can deposit at the district project management cell, MDM cell, and to get the NOC. So dear friends, dear teachers, this is very important information. You have to collect all the usage and you have to keep all the usage with you. If you are keeping a Xerox copy personal file in your personal file in home, it will not be very much difficult for you, so that to get the NOC at last stage and you will not face any problem to get the pension. Either you may belong to the old pension or new pension, that does not matter, but you have to get NOC on MDM program so that you will be eligible to get the retirement benefits. Hope this video will be very much helpful for you and you share it and to your friends. And if you are facing any problem also, you can put it in message box, so we'll put same video with your answer. Okay, thank you.